Hello guys, welcome to Jira workflow tutorial. In this tutorial series, I'll deep dive into the Jira workflow and we'll start creating Jira workflow from scratch and then understand all the details in the Jira workflow and how you can utilize the Jira workflow customization as per the needs in your project. So let's get started. So I'm here logged in as the Jira administrator, and what I'll do is I'll go back to the Jira admin section, click on the right cogwheel and click on issues. Now it will ask you to re-enter the password, admin password, and here I am in the issued section of the administration, and below that you will see the workflows. Now what exactly is a workflow in Jira? So in a Jira is a sort of a tool or agile software development tool wherein you can manage your different agile development methodologies like Scrum, Kanban, etc. Now all the issues in Jira or any it's sort of any project in Jira is a collection of issues, and then how those issues are transitioning from one state to another or from start to finish is basically determined by the workflow. And workflow is underlining sort of flow that is followed by each of the issue within Jira. And there are some default issue types, and then you can also create the custom issue types and custom workflows as per the need for the project. Now if we see the workflows in the Jira, and I'll give you a brief about how the workflow will look like. So this is the workflow that I created recently. If you just click on view this workflow, it will give you a detail what exactly the workflow looks like. Right, so you have certain statuses, and then you have some transitions. So like for example, from open to resolved is a resolved issue transition. Then these are the statuses, right? If you click on edit this particular workflow, you will see that you will be able to add a new statuses and then add a transition or show the transition label. So these are the labels that are the transition labels. Now this is how the workflow looks like. Now to create a workflow from scratch is possible through the workflow section if you're logged into the Jira administration portal. And if you click on add workflow, you can provide the name here. So I'll say CV Jira workflow tutorial, and just to save the time I'll put the same in description and click on add. Now you can see it will create a blank canvas for you with just an open state to create a workflow. Right now, depending on what exactly you're looking for in your workflow or how the issue might transition in your project, you will come up with the statuses and the transitions that are allowed from a particular status to the next status. So for this tutorial, what I'll do is I'll create a simple workflow, the software development workflow with certain states. So for example, open, and then in progress or in development, then in testing. So there will be a couple of statuses. So let's add a couple of statuses there. So what I'll do is I'll add a new status there in development, and these statuses will basically need to be categorized into three main categories in Jira. So to do, in progress, and done. So in development, if something is picked or some story is in development, that means it's in progress. We'll change that and create that. Right, so we have created a new status which is in development. Now there is no transition at the moment, so that's why you see these red dots. Now we'll add another status. So once the development has been finished, we'll say it moved to in testing, and once the testing has been done, it will be closed or done state. Right, so the story will be moved to done state. And now here you can see that I have 4 different states here, right? And then what we need to do is we need to add the transition. So basically there is no transition, so that means you won't be able to move from one state to another. So we have to add the transition from open to in development, and then just give the name of the transition, right? So click on add, and now you can see that the issue, there is a transition link from open to in development, and this arrow is just one-sided arrow. That means you can move a transition, you can move an issue from open to in development, but not from in development back to open. If you want to do that, you have to add another transition and say from in development to open, and then you can say name as open, and it will allow you to move issue from open to in development and then from in development back to open. Now there is another thing to notice here in workflows is if you click on add transition and if you click on any of the statuses and click on allow all status to transition to this one, that means it doesn't matter which status a particular issue is, it will be able to directly transition from open to in testing or in development to testing or done to testing, right? So usually that is, if you're using software simplified workflow, that is okay, but most of the time it's not what the project needs are. They'll be mostly the statuses or the transition between the statuses will be sort of really controlled in a way that which issues can transition from what status to what status. So we'll add another transition and finalize this workflows from in development to in testing, and just say testing, and again from in testing to done. I'll say complete as the name, right? So that's a simple, very simple workflow, and what this workflow states is that you can move from open to in development and from in development back to open, and then you can also move from in development to testing, but you can't move from back from testing to in development, and then from testing you can move to complete. Now what will happen in this sort of scenario is that if your issue is in testing at the moment, then you can't move it back, you can only move it to done state, and then once it is done you can't even reopen the issue because there is no transition back to open. So it's good idea to add a status as reopen, because there might be possibility when your testing fails and you might be required to reopen an issue, right? Or even from the done state you might be required to reopen an issue, and then add a transition from testing to reopen, right? So if you simply, the other way to add a transition, if you simply click on a status and then drag and drop the arrow to the state, then it will automatically add the transition. You can say just testing failed, and in that case the issue will be reopened, right? You can see this transition coming here. Then from done, it's up to you if you want to add, but from testing you can reopen, and then from reopen you can just keep it in reopen, or you can, you know, like again move it back to open. So that's totally up to you. So this workflow, all these requirements in the workflow come from the project and the people working in the project. So you will get a complete detailed requirement how you have to structure your workflow, or how you have to create your workflow, and what all transitions need to be there in the workflow, right? So it's not that you will be just all alone defining the workflow. It will be completely based on the system or the project needs and the stakeholders, how they need to define this particular workflow. So that's pretty much all about for this tutorial. We'll dig more deeper into the workflows in the next tutorial. Thank you for watching.